All right, Jaja children, sorry about that. We're gonna continue about the herbal medicines for schizophrenia, stress, and we call it now anxiety, depression. So I was doing part one and then it cut off. So right now I'm gonna be reading on the schizophrenia part. Come over here. Okay. So whenever you're going through stress, end times, prophecy, people are behind people, stealing their inheritance, wanting the most but giving the least, it's gonna come with stress. Stress problem, marital problems. First, you gotta be separating yourself, stop sinning, finding a nice place that is safe, homes, a family, a trip, something where you can be able to think clearly. So some of the things I'm going to cover today for schizophrenia cover dementia, precox, acute, or chronic. And it's a psychotic condition which may be genetic or the result of a disturbed body biochemistry, changing the way a person thinks, feels, hears, sees, tastes, smells, even conversion of a responsible student to an emotionally disoriented teenager, immature personality, paranoid, chemical messenger, dopamine overstimulate sufferers. The disorder may run in families developing at puberty, degenerative change of the frontal cortex of the brain, 30% showing widened ventricles, disturbed circulation, or CFS, cerebrospinal fluid, which could be an indication for cranial osteopathy. All right, so we're going to look at the symptoms: peculiar behavior, deterioration of intellect, apathy, delusions, hallucinations, poverty of speech, melancholia, lack of interest, extreme weakness, fatigue from least effort, cannot concentrate the mind, vague anxiety, fears, impaired learning disability, nervous breakdown, possible thyroid problems, subject to allergies and low blood sugar, drug addiction, suicidal tendencies. If left untreated, recovery rate is 35%. So most of us who go through all of these traumas never ever recover from them. We just have to treat them, be fasting, praying, just doing things to help us cope with it. The missing link treatment of schizophrenia is zinc. So some of the things you're going to need to have is zinc, raw zinc, and vitamin C. This is sea moss or Irish moss. Triple strength omega-3 fish strength. I don't support any particular brand, but try and get organic type products or as close to natural as possible. This you can use also. The 7 Seas cod liver oil is the same as that. So that's good for depression, anxiety, stress. And this is L-tryptophan. It's one of the amino acids, supports restful sleep. Vitamin B12. Now you can get some of these naturally from food. And for example, nutritional yeast. This gives you some good dose of your B12, potassium, riboflavin, B6, B12, thiamine, niacin, folate. So you don't have to buy all of them. For example, if you buy this, it'll be equivalent also of you having to buy the vitamins separately. So you have the probiotics, folic acid, vitamin D3, and this one they say too is Icelandic moss tea loose. But in Jamaica and other countries, you'll have the different things that also work for depression, anxiety. This is romaine lettuce. So you can blend up some of these things if you're too weak to eat, which most of the time is what happens because you have no appetite. This is tuna in Jamaica. We call it tuna. So we're gonna look some more at some of the things that you can add to the list. So zinc, and it says a common cause of schizophrenia, bipolar, and so on is excessive levels of copper caused by copper water pipe and deficiencies in the trace elements zinc and manganese caused by a junk food diet. So people eat healthy, okay? So let's see. Treatment. You're not holding it properly. Sorry about that, eh? I have my little helper here in helping me. Treatment. Results from conventional neuroleptic drugs are poor. Actually, they don't even work. Okay? A competent psychiatrist should be seen. Practitioner using large doses of vitamins and minerals claim 80% success, which suggests it may be a deficiency disease. So it has a lot to do with diet and so on. So alternatives: black cohosh, blue cohosh, chamomile, cramp bark, evening primrose, hops, Jamaica dogwood. So those of you down there with the relatives who are schizophrenic or having mental illness, find out what Jamaica dogwood is. If you don't know, go up to Maroon Town, go to Portland, them place there, where we have a lot of people who are skilled in identifying plants. They will help you to identify it. Lobelia, passion flower, skullcap, stramonium, valerian, wild lettuce, mistletoe, skunk cabbage, rosemary, lady slippers, tea formula, equal parts German chamomile and passion flower. 1 heaped teaspoon to cup boiling water. Infuse 5 to 15 minutes. 1 cup thrice daily. Thrice means 3 times. So the formula is passion flower 2, valerian 1, rosemary 1, ginger half dose, powders 500 mg, 200 capsules or 1/3 teaspoon, liquid extract 1 teaspoon, tinctures 2 teaspoon, thrice daily in water or honey. Practitioner: Tr. rosmarinus 20 milliliters, Tr. cypripridemium pub 20 milliliters, Tr. berberis aquifol 20 ml. Those are herbal terms that the herbal people would know. Come up to this side, okay? So distilled water. See, sometimes you have to pause the video and write these things down, okay? So with chronic depression, ginseng, ginseng, starting dose 800 to 1000 mg daily, twice daily doses. Predominantly positive symptoms, starting dose 1000 to 1200 mg daily, twice daily doses. Increasing if necessary to 1800 mg daily. Avoid during pregnancy, particularly the first 16 weeks, menstrual troubles, and during the menopause when it may stimulate hormone production. All of these you're going to use with the fasting and the praying. Fast 3 days from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and just cry out to the Most High for deliverance and to break, any type of curses, any type of health problems that you have. It's a lot of things only go by fasting and praying, but a lot of people sometimes don't want to fast, don't want to pray, don't want to give up sinning, but they want results. But all of these things work together. So vitamin and mineral supplementation. Acute cases can be done due to a lifetime deprivation of vitamin B1, B3, B6, B12, vitamin C, E, zinc, manganese, and folic acid. So remember we did the folic acid. Okay. And your zinc. So all these vitamins that we went through before. You need them, okay? These nutritional B vitamins and so on, okay? Vitamin B12. So you don't have to buy all of them, or you make sure it comes from your food. Come back over here. So you supplement with those daily. And then in terms of diet, foods with specific reference to the thyroid gland and to general nutrition. Kelp, parsley, Iceland moss. This is that one. Okay. Irish moss, romaine lettuce, Irish moss. Turnip tops, okay? So start grow your own turnip, then you cut off the top. You can use that for blend with some of these things. Or you eat them, or you cook them if you can't digest it. Avoid coffee, sugar, and alcohol. Gluten-free diet. That's the diet I have to use because all these health problems that I go through, I have to use that. And that's a very expensive diet. So if you can't afford a gluten-free diet, you go back to your traditional nutrition, like your plantain, banana, those things that we grow up on. You use those instead. Okay? Instead of the wheat, like the whole wheat flour, whole wheat bread, all those things with wheat. So you cut those out. So good health results, and you cut out sugar, and you cut out coffee and alcohol. So sugar intolerance is one of the main causative factors. So supplements, you're going to supplement with B3, B6, B12, folic acid, minerals, magnesium, manganese, and zinc. Magnesium. Okay. I think this is it. Or you find the foods that are rich in magnesium. So in terms of how to take care of depression and anxiety, that would be a very good way. Also, if you have any thick problems like with choking, you go to soft liquid foods that you blend up before you get used to eating again. You start with your soups, and also soups, porridge, blended juices like oats. You can blend up your oats instead, or you boil it so it's easy to swallow if you have difficulty swallowing. If you have difficulty swallowing these things, you blend them up as well in the smoothie and you drink it slowly. If you have problems swallowing all of these we call these now capsules, okay? So that's gonna be that part of the lesson today, and additional comes from the Encyclopedia of Medical Breakthroughs, dealing with the schizophrenia, the bipolar, stress. You have 5-HTP hydroxytryptophan. And that plant in the African plant family is Griffonia simplicifolia. That's Griffonia, Griffonia simplicifolia. So those of you in Africa, try find the people over there, what they call it over there. That's good for schizophrenia and bipolar as well. 5-HTP. Then you have St. John's wort. You got to use that with caution as well. And that's been used during the time of the Crusades. That's why it's called St. John's wort. Most of these plants come from Jehovah, and that's what we use for healing. We have our own tribes. We're the tribe of Judah. We're the Hebrew children. We're the holy children. All the things the Most High gave us in earth, we use them. The fasting, the praying, the water, the sunshine in the morning, the rays. Like if you're suffering from depression, anxiety, get up early, catch the morning sun, catch the evening sun, say your prayers, be in your Bible, be fasting, be praying. Use the natural things of the earth that the Most High give us. So this is another thing you can treat with SAM E or S-adenosyl methionine SAM E. And you have the essential fatty acids. Now the essential fatty acids is the same as omega-3. Like if you have the cod liver oil or the omega-3 fish oil, I don't promote brands, so you might have your own brands, but make sure you get the organic brands and the real brands that you have in your country or your nation. So you have the flaxseed oil too. You can use the flaxseed oil and ketamine. Get a pet, get a job, row a boat, do some type of activity, do some type of ministry. Just keep it right there. You can go and read that. Maybe go get the flaxseed oil. Want to read, Zico? Read ketamine. Read that, okay? Let me go get the flax.
Ketamine, a group of physicians at the Mood Disorders Research United of the National Institute
of Mental Health. Thank you, little man, for helping me read. So this is like your ground flaxseed with omega-3s. That's another way to do it. And you can blend up that. There's a flaxseed oil. You can put like a little bit of that in your smoothies and you eat that every day. Sometimes you won't even have the energy to do it or the strength. So that's where the prayer, the fasting, and the Most High has to strengthen us when we don't have strength to carry ourselves, because our people are so stressed out, so traumatized. Personally, I can't count how many traumas I've had to fight through. So I am a living testimony as to how the Most High helps us to overcome and to treat and to maintain, to get over the madness, because we have so many enemies. Most of them are listed in Psalm 83. Some of our enemies, they're inside our own households, husbands, wives, brother, sister, grandma, uncle, nieces, nephews, cousins. The Bible says a man's foes will be they of his own household. So the stress comes from inside our families, outside our families. It comes from government. It comes from strangers, people you know, people you don't know. It comes from the devil. So all of us doing a lot of stress. So we have to find ways to fight it. So prayer, fasting, nutrition, the natural things in the earth. You have prayers out to rout demons, prayers out to bring healing. Those are by John Eckhart. Search for those on YouTube and play them and stop sinning. Do the laws, the statutes, the commandments, the ordinances, get baptized. Do the Sabbaths, the holy days, the faith of Jesus Christ. Walk how our forefathers walk in all their ways, and the Most High will guide you and protect you and keep you. So today we covered bipolar, schizophrenia, stress, anxiety, trauma that plagues the children of Israel worldwide. So with that, I say shalom. May the Most High bless you and keep you and make his face to shine upon you and